Again, even if you take Rob Skiba's terrarium, which is very clever that he made, it's cute, but it's grossly mistaken. That even, where is this thing? Let's say that God had made this thing. Where is this thing? Where is it floating? Where does it exist? What's outside of this thing? It doesn't make any sense, once again. We might as well just say it's on the back of elephants, which are on the back of a turtle. Okay? I mean, that's the same idea. That's how crazy we've gotten with this whole thing.
Well, here's the thing about that. There's no such thing as a circle in real life, and if anybody took a geometry class, they would know that. Because a circle is a two-dimensional object, okay? So a circle is a theoretical shape. So they'll pull up their, picture of the earth, whether it's, something like this, or whether it's something like this, and say, see, it's a circle. But hold on a second. All of these pictures are three-dimensional objects, because they're not claiming that the earth has zero depth. They're not claiming that because here's the thing, even if the earth is 1 inch thick, it's no longer a circle. And again, this is just ignorance of geometry.
Is the world we live in two-dimensional or three-dimensional?
Good question.
It's a three-dimensional world, isn't it?
Right, yeah, sure.
Now, a circle, is that a two-dimensional or a three-dimensional object?
It's
a two-dimensional, correct?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Now, once you add depth to a circle, it changes shape. It's now a cylinder because it's got 3 dimensions. It's got length and width, or that of a circumference, and it's got depth. So a circle, geometrically, is only possible in a two-dimensional realm. So where you have Isaiah speaking of the grandeur of the three-dimensional world, the earth is not a cylinder.
I have in my hand a representation of what the flat earth people say the flat earth is, okay? That's it, okay? That's the flat earth in their view, that it's flat and it's a circle and it's flat. Now, here's your problem. Here's flat earth problem. This according to the King James Bible. We know for a fact that the earth doesn't just exist on one side. We know that for a fact from the Bible because we know that the earth has a lower part. We know that it has a heart. We know that hell, there's something beneath this surface. Okay? So if you say you're going to believe the Bible and you're going to believe the earth, the surface of the earth is flat, then what you don't have is a flat circle earth. You don't have that. You have a can. You have a cylinder. Because there is something that is beneath where you and I stand right now. It is hell. It is the lower parts of the earth. It is the heart of the earth. It is the lowest hell. And so there is no such thing, according to the Bible. If you're going to believe this about the earth, then you have to believe this part. So now the earth is not flat. Now the body of the earth is a can, a cylinder, not a flat circle.
A circle is a two-dimensional shape.
There is nowhere where actually means cylinder.
So actually the best three-dimensional version of a circle is a sphere.
Okay, so here's some classic baller Bible scholar logic for you. Think this through now. Isaiah clearly said the circle of the earth. A circle is a two-dimensional object. Therefore, Isaiah clearly meant sphere. Now, just to be sure we understand them correctly, let's hear it again.
A circle is a two-dimensional shape. So actually the best three-dimensional version of a circle is a sphere.
Alrighty then.
Now, they'll often point to Isaiah chapter 22:18, where it uses the word ball, and say, well, see, Isaiah knew the word ball. He knew that word, but he chose to use the word circle. But it says in Isaiah 22:18, he will surely violently turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country. So notice he's talking about a ball being tossed. Why? Because a ball is a toy. You know why Isaiah didn't use the word ball to describe the earth? Is because a ball is a toy. It's ridiculous to describe the earth as a ball. A ball is not a shape that you would use to describe the earth. That's why we call the earth a globe or a sphere. We don't call it a ball.
Language 101, words mean things. And the prophet Isaiah knew the difference between a ball and a circle, because he used the Hebrew word for ball in Isaiah 22:18, but he chose a different word for Isaiah 40:22. So I'm looking at them going, okay, Isaiah knew the difference, the King James translators knew the difference. Do we know the difference? Google helps you out. You could go to Google and type in ball. You could go in Google and type in circle, and you might see something like that depicted there. So here's a little quiz. Which one do you think is which? This is a ball. This is a circle, boys and girls. So then the next thing people go is, well, look at everything else out there, Mars and Jupiter and Venus and the sun and moon, everything else is spherical, so we must be too.
I mean, if you observe stars through telescopes, they appear to be spheres. I mean, absolutely. And anybody can go and get a telescope, a decent little telescope. Why would Earth be any different than that?
Yeah, and that's, that was one of the earliest arguments that the Earth might be spherical. I think it might have been Pythagoras that considered that, because the objects in the heavens, as far as we can tell, are spheres, and almost all of them are. Now, of course, with a small telescope, you can't see any size to stars, but with some of the larger ones and with modern technology, it is possible to actually get an image of the surface. It's not real high res, but we can do it, of some of the larger stars and their spheres. And of course, we know the sun's spherical, the moon's spherical. You can look at the planets. You can see Jupiter and Saturn. In terms of the actual planet, they're both spherical. Now, Saturn's rings are a disk, but they're not solid. But most things in space are spherical, and it does make sense that the Earth would be the same way. Now, that's not a proof, of course, because God could have made the Earth different. There's no doubt about that.
Well, I mean, okay. Just because these balls are round, does that mean the courts, fields, lanes, tables must be too? Does that demand ipso facto, if the billiard balls are all spherical, that the pool table must be too? No. Biblically speaking, this place is center stage, main attraction. Everything else is up there to serve a purpose for those who are here. And you look at Isaiah 40:22, again, King James uses circle. The International Standard Version, which some of my detractors hold up as a really good translation. I'm going, okay, you guys think this is great. You love this translation. Look at how they wrote it. The disk of the earth.